Okay, now, again, like I was saying, we're working backwards. So I need to eliminate the addition and subtraction first, and then the multiplication and division. All right, so I'll do the odds with you. So here we go. I have 3x plus 10 equals 1. So what am I going to do first?
So subtract, you want to take off the 10 by subtracting it.
That's 100% correct. Thank you.
Make sure you do the same thing to the 1 also.
Right. So you're going to put a minus 10 and a minus 10, then draw a line underneath it. And then what's 1 minus 10?
-9.
So then you bring down the 3x. These guys cancel. So you have 3x equals -9. Now we're where we were yesterday. So how do I undo this multiplication? Divide by 3, divide by 3. So x equals what? -3. That's not hard. All right. So let's check out number 3. Okay. So now what do I need to get rid of first?
The multiplication, or no, the -12. Yeah.
The -12. How do I get rid of the -12? You just put plus 12 down, plus 12. And now we have 8w is equal to what? 8. And then how do we get rid of multiplication? Division. So w equals what? 1. Anybody have any issues? Yeah.
This seems easier than the last one.
Well, that's because I made the numbers a little bit easier. All right. It gets a little bit more complicated as we go down the page. Okay, just like now, we have some frac or decimals, okay? So everybody take a look at number 5. Now, a lot of people make a mistake on this. They put plus 18.
No, you did.
But what is the 18 right here? The 18 is already positive. Yeah, so we're going to subtract 18. So I do a minus 18, minus 18. Now we're doing no calculators again today. Tonight, if you want to use the calculator, I'm okay with that. Okay?
Will you be able to use calculators on one of this?
Yeah. Mhm.
Why is it -18, not plus 2.3?
Because I'm isolating the Q. So I have to get rid of the things around the Q first. You with me now, right? Now, again, we bring down, you guys, enough. You should listen to yourself on the video, slurping your drinks. All right, so I hate water bottles. -2.3 Q equals. All right, now, again, guys, stop and think about this. All right. Is my answer going to be positive or negative for this? It's negative. Now, instead of doing this, instead of doing 18.0, 1.9, take an 8, make a 7, borrow, that's boring. Don't do that. Don't do that anymore. All right. You're just subtracting 18 minus 1.9. So you just subtract 1.
16 points.
When you subtract 1, you get what?
You get 17.
17, and then subtract 0.9.
16 points.
So it's 16.1. All right, everybody okay with that? Now, from there, we have to divide by -2.3, divide by -2.3. And now we say that Q is equal to, 2 negatives make a what? Positive. Now, what about the decimal here and the decimal here? They both get moved over, correct?
Yeah.
So we know it's going to be 161 divided by 23. Now, everyone should look at that and say, obviously, it is what? Tell us. Obviously, it's what? Well, how many times does, yes, obviously it's 7. All right. But now we're going to, some of you guys, listen, Nora, I want people to practice their mental math right now. Now, how did I know it was 7? First of all, I just did 2 goes into 16 8 times, but I know I'm multiplying it by 3 also. So I knew that was going to be too much. Right? So how did I know it was 7? Because 7 times 3 is what? 21. All right. Everybody okay with that? All right. So don't just, try to do better at your mental math in class. I don't care about the calculators at home right now. What?
So, I mean, I understood this yesterday, but now I'm kind of getting confused on it. Why do you like sometimes it's like positive 18 and then you do negative 18 to cancel it out? Why do you sometimes just do like?
Okay, because this,
I understand now. It's like different for dividing.
yes, absolutely. All right, that's why we're kind of going slow. There's lots of problems to do. All right, so here, let's take a look now at number 7. All right. Now, what do I have to do with the -8? Yeah, you're going to add 8. All right. Now you end up with 1/12 u equals what? 0. Yeah, so it has to be 0. It must be 0. The only way you can get 0 is if you multiply by what? 0. So we knew that u is equal to 0, but just for yesterday, how do I get rid of a fraction?
I know.
Multiply by the reciprocal. So you'd put 12 over 1 and 12 over 1. And 0, of course, times anything is still what? You don't have to put that step down. All right. 0 times anything is what?
0.
Well, because what's -8 plus 8? See it now, right? All right. So here we go. Number 9. Okay. Same situation. Subtract 15. -15. -15. Now they're both negative, so you're going to do what? Add them. So I want everybody to put down 12.5D. Now 15 plus 3 is what? 18. So it's just -18.75. Is everybody okay with that? Everybody good? Now I want to divide both by what? 12.5. Dividing by 12.5. So is my answer going to be positive or negative?
Negative.
Definitely negative. So that's how I like to do it at the beginning, so I don't make a mistake with my positive or negative. Now, how many places do I recommend moving the decimal? Twice. So now you just come over here and put 1875
Over 12.
over what?
1,250.
Thank you, sir. Over 1,250. All right.
Oh.
Now, it can be divided by what?
5.
5. We are practicing. All right, this division, guys.
Or 50.
50 doesn't go into 1875. Okay, so we're coming over here, we're dividing by 5, dividing by 5. So let's practice. How many times does 5 go into 18? 3. How many left over? 3. So now I put a 3 above that 7. So how many times does 5 go into 37? With how many left over? 2. 5 goes into 25. 5 times. 5 goes into 12. How many left over?
2.
5 goes into 25.
5.
And 5 goes into 0. There you go. So I'm going to divide by what again?
25.
Divide by 5 again. Shh, 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 shh. He's right. You can divide by, but I just think dividing by 5 is easier. Dividing by 5, 5 goes into 37. How many times? 7. How many left over? 5 goes into 25. 5. Now 5 goes into 250. 50. Now it's easy to see that 25 goes into both of those.
3 over 2.
So the answer is just 3 over 2. I like it. I prefer a fraction rather than a decimal. All right, I prefer a fraction rather than a decimal. I don't care what you put. All right. All right, that was a hard one. So everybody put a little star by that one. That was tricky. All right, now number 11. All right, let's start with Max. What am I going to do on this one, Max?
You add 9
You are correct. Add 9.
plus 9 plus 9, so you get positive 4.
You are correct. Now, how do I get rid of a fraction?
And you bring down the 1/2.
Right?
So you multiply.
By the,
So you multiply 4 by 2/1.
that is correct. All right, so n equals,
8.
And equals.
guys, I'm trying to hear Max. What is it? N equals 8. All right, Maggie. Help me with 13, kiddo. Minus 10. Good. You're correct. What happens to the 5 halves? The 5 halves and those cross out. All right. So is the answer positive or negative?
Negative.
All right. Now, what's 4 times 5 halves?
13.
Divide first, please.
Oh. Oh, I know.
And then 2 times 5. That's how you do that.
Okay.
All right. So negative 10.
Could you do it the other way? Just work out that way.
What way?
Like, could you do 4 times 5 and divide it by 2?
Yeah, it works out.
Yeah, you could do that. But I don't get how you have the 10 of 5 times 2 is 10.
I didn't do 5 times 2. I did 4 divided by 2 and then times 5. You see that?
Oh, because you were multiplying it.
Mhm, All right, Mackenzie, you're up. Add 4 to both sides.
And then you would do, you get positive 2. And
Yep.
then you would do negative 5/1 next to negative 1.
Yep.
And then that's just negative.
Very, very good. Very good. Very, very good. That's how it should be for everybody. That's how it should be for everybody. All right. Anybody have any issues with that? All right, Lila, let's hear you. 17.
So minus 11.
You are awesome.
And then yeah, 11. So negative 3.
Wait a minute. Negative 3g equals what?
Oh, I meant 21.
You're correct. Now what?
You divide by negative 3.
You're absolutely correct.
And then we get negative 7.
Very nice. Very nice. All right, we seem to be okay. Aiden, you're up. What do I have to do for 19?
I do not know.
Oh, yeah, this one's a little bit different. So look right here. Read this. What's that say?
2z.
What's that say?
Negative z.
Right. So what does that equal?
Z.
Yes, that's correct. So you have to combine terms. So I have 1z minus 4 equals 4. Shh. Now what do I do?
You would add 4.
That is correct.
And you would get 8. 1z equals 8.
That's correct. That's your answer. Z equals 8. All right. Very good. All right. 21, Elliot.
We do plus 5,
add 5.
and then you get -1. And then you do the reciprocal of
Uh-huh.
-7, which is just -7 times -1. So it's just 7.
That's right. That's how easy. Let's do it. All right, Sophia.
So you do -6.
Mm-mm. You can actually do that if you want, but I prefer that you do this. What's 6 minus 1?
5
Yeah, so you have to combine terms when you can.
plus 5.
Right, right. So I want everybody to write down -1/3 W plus 5 equals 2.
So you got 7, -1/3 W equals 7.
How did you get 7?
5 plus 2.
Well, what do I have to do to the plus 5?
Oh, 10.
Yes,
So it would be -3.
there you go, kiddo. So I have -1/3 W equals what?
-3.
-3.
And then you multiply by this.
Then you multiply by the reciprocal, which is just what?
9, -9.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What is it?
Oh, +9.
Yeah, it's +9. All right, +9. Okay. Nora, you're supposed to not be using a calculator. You get help with 25. Tell me what to do. Shh, just stop. Go.
So it would be plus 24.5.
Yes, adding 24.5.
And then that would be. Sorry. That would be 50.75.
Very nice work. And now what?
And then it would be 50.25 divided by 7.25.
Yep, divide by 7.25, divide by 7.25. So once again, we just know it's 50/75 divided by
725.
725. All right, so again, all right. I feel like what number goes into this?
25.
I would say 6.
Well, if it ends in a,
7.
but no, but I'm saying it ends in a 5.
Oh, well, 5 would go.
5. Now, someone was correct. I want you to kind of look at that and say, I know that 25 goes into 50/75 because 25 goes into 50 and 75. And then 725, if you count by 25, you'll get there.
Yeah, I know you said that.
All right, so divide by 25.
Yeah.
And what do I get for the top, Nora?
23. 23.
203, right?
And then for the bottom one, that's just going to be 29.
Now, again, how did you know it was 29?
Oh, because 25 is 100 times 4 times 7 is 700 times 1 is.
Or plus 1.
Plus 1.
So listen, here's what she's trying to tell you. If you have 700 or $7, that's 28 quarters.
Mhm.
And you have 725. So that's why it's 29.
Yeah.
All right, so now we just have to figure out, what do you think 203 divided by 29 is?
Honestly, not really sure what to think.
That's okay. Can someone tell me how they should know this is 7? How should I know that's 7?
Never mind. Because 203 ends in 3 and 7 times 9.
Yeah, that's the key to it, guys. I knew 7 times 9 ended in a 3. I'm not saying it had to work, right? But what is now, here's something else. So if I do 29 times 7, what's 20 times 7?
140.
And then 9 times 7. There you have it. All right. So little things to try to help you with the numbers. All right, so that's how I knew that F was 7. All right, that was kind of hard. All right, Mikey, you get to do 27.
-10.
-10, perfect.
And then you get +9 and -d equals +9.
That's right. So now what does D equal then? Shh.
-d. Oh, 9.
Now think of this as,
-1.
yeah, think of this as a -1. So then I would divide both sides by -1, right? So if I divide both sides by -1, I get D equals what?
-1. -9.
-9. The other thing I tell kids is whenever you see a variable negative, that just means change the signs. All right, that just means change the signs. All right, everybody good with that? What?
Could you just like look at the top and you see that the two negatives turn to a positive, and then you could just put 9 there?
Yeah, I'm not arguing with you. Here's what I meant to say. I meant to say, I want you to see that. Right, but I'm just saying the problems aren't very hard because I'm trying to teach you the process.
You want us to know how to-
Yeah, I want you to see the process, right? I'm trying to help you with your mental math also. All right, but I'm also trying to show you here's how you become good at math. All right, thinking backwards. And that's what we're doing right now. All right, we're trying to learn how to think backwards. All right, and we're working backwards. All right, so yes,
Have you been recording on right now?
you are.
Yeah. So first one combine like terms, with the two like terms are 3 and 11.
You are
So
amazing.
we get 14 minus 14 equals.
Wait a minute. Let me get caught up with you. All right, that's the first step. Now, come on, look up and make sure you're okay with that being -4t plus 14. Now what?
We add that to -4t to the
What's the next?
No, sorry. I'm sorry. I meant subtract 14 to
Yep,
to 20.
subtract 14.
I got carried away there for a second. So that equals, so that we get 6 for that one.
And now what?
4t equals 6. And then what we do is we divide -4 into 6.
That's correct. And we just reduce that just like a fraction. So 6/4 reduces to what?
It reduces to 3/2.
That is the answer. All right, that is the answer. Very good work. Okay, here we go. 31, Hub. Come on,
What?
nothing.
You do plus, right,
Yes,
31. Oh, yeah, +4,
+4.
and then +4, and then you 5, 6.
Come on. 5, 6q equals what?
Once you subtract,
What's -14 plus 4?
oh. 10, -10.
Yes. Now what do we do with fractions?
You add the 10 to the 5, 6.
How do I undo?
Oh.
How do I, yes, reciprocal. All right, now if you're having trouble with the reciprocal, all right, listen to what Hub says the answer is. What are we going to get here? Divide first.
Yeah,
What's this?
12. -12.
-12. But that's not -12. The final answer is -12. 10 divided by 5 times 6. All right. Wilson, 33.
Okay, first you would do 6 plus 2,
Okay.
or you could do 5b plus minus 6b.
What's that?
-1b.
Yep. And then what?
negative b, right?
And then what?
And then you would do 6 plus 2,
Which is?
so they're both positive, so it'd be +8,
Now what?
and that would be equal to 19. Then you could just, you can just reduce all the way down.
Solve it. How do I solve this?
All right, you can just, oh, I see, -8,
-8,
and then you get negative, just 11 is equal to negative.
Right.
1b. Sorry, I was confused.
it's okay, it's okay, keep going, you're doing good. Now what?
Divide by -1
Good,
first, and then you get b is equal to -11.
yes.
I have a question on that. Why would you divide by -1?
Because that's the number in front of B.
Oh.
The number in front of B
Yeah.
is
I
negative.
thought that was a 16, too, like -16. too.
Okay. All right, that's it, except Mr. Ward, you have to do one.
Yes.
All right, so here we go. Let's just have you do number 32 for me.
So you do this.
No,
Oh, just add 12.
you got to combine terms.
So we 50.
Yes. So you're gonna have 1/8. Now what do I do?
Then you like add 50.
That is correct. And what do I get?
You add it so you get -3.
Well, come on, don't, you're right, 3, but I want you to take a close look at it and tell me if it's positive or negative. Now, look at the numbers.
Oh yeah, because it's we're not. I know. I guess.
15 is bigger than 12. You with me? So that's why it's 3. And now what? And what's the reciprocal?
It's the 8 over.
Yes.
You can see 8 over.
Uh-huh. So what is that? Yes, sir. Good job. Nora,
I had a question about that. So when it says the -15, how do you just change the? It's kind of a stupid question.
I don't know what you mean. How did I just change it?
I don't really understand how if you add the times this out with negative.
Well, because I'm trying to isolate the M. So how do I undo -15?
I've got this wrong. I'm sorry. Never mind.
No, everything's good. All right, so everybody got a shot at it. Correct?
Yep.
All right, so now everybody's just doing what?
Evens.
Evens. Get busy right now. Start with the evens. All right.